Good morning. I'm Caitlin with Wiregrass Daily News, and I'm here with Miss Kay and Miss Tammy with Visit Enterprise, right?
That's right, the City of Enterprise and the Alabama Sweet Tea Festival.
The Alabama Sweet Tea Festival. So this morning we're going to be talking about the Southern staple, sweet tea. So when is the festival?
It is Saturday, August 16th in Enterprise, Alabama at the Enterprise Civic Center and Festival Fields. And we just call it the sweetest event in the state of Alabama.
I love your shirts this morning. Are we going to have those shirts
Absolutely.
at the festival?
We will. We'll have shirts for sale at the festival, and all kinds of tea themed products,
Yeah.
along with other things too. But we are just looking forward to another great year. It's our third year.
I was going to ask how many times has this festival been put on?
Well, we are still it's still in its infancy, sort of,
Yeah.
and
we're still working on the recipe. So it's our third year, and we just keep adding some great things to the recipe.
yeah,
Working
absolutely.
on that sweet tea festival
That's
recipe.
right. That's right.
So speaking of recipe, though, so one of the contests at the festival is the homebrew, correct?
That is correct. Yeah, Kay, I'll fill you in on that one.
Well, yeah, the one of the most popular attractions of the festival is the tasting tent.
Yeah.
And so we usually have a good crowd every year that comes out to taste the teas that have been entered in the competitions. One of the competitions is the home brew contest. So you know how you thought your grandmother made the best tea, or your mom made the best tea,
or your dad,
or
your
your
dad.
dad. Yeah, usually the dads were the best tea drinkers, I think. But if you've got that recipe, that tea recipe, you would think with as few of ingredients as tea seems to have, that it would all taste the same.
Yeah.
But everybody's tea is unique from restaurant to restaurant, home to home. And so if you think you got the best tea, then we would love for you to enter the contest. It's completely free to enter. You do have to, we have two categories. The judges best, which is the judges best homebrew, and that is judged privately by the tea companies that come to our festival, and local foodies, sort of what we call our experts, who they really take time, almost like wine judges. They'll
The wine of the South is what you call it. The wine of sweet tea is wine of the South.
Is known as the house wine of the South. So they take it very seriously. And so you can enter that contest by bringing one jug of tea, 1 gallon of tea. But we encourage you to go ahead, if you're going to enter that one, go ahead and enter the People's Choice Contest. And the People's Choice Contest is done at the tasting tent. People come in and go through the tasting tent. They have a little ballot, and they vote for their favorite as they go through the tent. And as you can imagine, that's a popular spot on Sweet Tea Day. And if you enter both contests, the second contest, the People's Choice Contest, requires 8 gallons of tea. But when you're a practiced tea maker, 8 gallons of tea is not that much.
Yeah.
I can remember my mom, she'd sometimes make at least 2 gallons a day just for the family, but but anyway, people go through to do this, and if you win both contests, you can win
cash
up
prizes.
there are cash prizes for the contest. If you win, you can win up to $400.
Yeah. So it's worth
that's a lot of money to make some sweet tea.
That's right. Not only do you get the bragging rights, you get the hometown bragging rights to say you really do have the best tea. Again, either the judges award or whether you get the People's Choice. But you can also walk away with some cash for that brew.
And we hope some of our past winners will come back. We have 2 or 3 that have actually placed every year. They're working up. We've had 1 2-time winner, and we've had 2-time first place winner, and we've had some that have placed in there. So we hope they'll come back and try to make it to the top this year. And we would like all the new ones out. And not only Enterprise folks, we please, anybody in the Wiregrass, we would welcome your entry. Last year, our one of our People's Choice winners was from New Orleans.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
yeah, had heard about the contest, brought it out, super, super proud about that. So it really does show you that
So
we
they
are.
were from New Orleans and
Yes.
came over here to Enterprise.
Yep.
he
They
drove.
wanted,
the
he had
Sweet
been
Tea
famous for his
Festival.
tea and wanted to compete.
He drove all the way from New Orleans, and it was it's homebrew, not now the homebrew contest is not for those
It's for
who
home
sell.
cooks. It's regular people.
Yeah, not people who sell their tea, but he his family thought his was so good that, and it was a flavored tea. You can enter a flavored tea and a traditional tea if you want to, or you can just enter one of either one. So, but if you go on our website, AlabamaSweetTeaFestival.com, it'll give you all the rules and all the instructions so that you can get it there and have it judged and tasted and everything. It's really fun.
It is fun.
It sounds like fun.
It-
So the last time that I had you in here, Miss
Sure.
Tammy, was for the Watermelon Festival. How'd
Right.
that turn out?
It turned out great. Obviously, it was mouth-watering fun. Now, this is the sweetest event. That's the most mouth-watering event that we have in our city, but it went great. We, really appreciate everybody coming out. One of the things, and I know Kay will be able to fill you in, that we really try to do in the City of Enterprise with our events is make them unique.
Yeah.
Really embrace what is authentic to our area. So although all festivals have food trucks and vendors you can shop with and live music, ours have a little twist. So like our watermelon day, it's definitely got a little twist with watermelon. And this sweet tea festival truly is an experience for those that like sweet tea, those that have never tasted sweet tea. We have all of our friends from Fort Rucker that come
Right.
from all over. A lot of them maybe realize that sweetener goes in tea, but they have not really
Had
experienced
Southern sweet teas
Mhm,
before.
mhm.
So I remember that there was a lot of contests at the Watermelon
Yes.
Day. What other contests aside from the homebrew can we
Mhm.
expect to see at the Sweet Tea Festival?
Yeah, well, in addition to the homebrew contest, there's also what we call the Pro Master tea contest, and it is for restaurants and food trucks and that kind of thing. It's a great way to expose people to your to the tea that you serve in your restaurant, and just expose people to your business or food truck. So we encourage, like I said, not just Enterprise, anybody who would like to enter that contest and have people come through, taste their tea, and compete. We would welcome that. And but probably probably tied for first place in the most popular of the contest is the tea chugging contest.
I
The
was gonna
tea
ask,
drinking.
Yeah,
is there a tea drinking contest?
There is a
Absolutely.
That
tea,
just
y'all
seems like there
sweet
should
tea
be.
chugging contest.
Oh my
Mhm.
gosh, tell me about it.
Oh my goodness! The people have the most fun. You can come the day of the Sweet Tea Festival and
Yep.
register. We have to limit the number of people who can be in the contest, and so we select names, randomly select names, and if your name is selected, you get to come up and be one of the contestants, and you have to drink. See how many glasses of tea you can drink in. Is it 3 minutes?
No. Well, what we end up doing is we have we do a set amount of tea in the cups, and whoever finishes the tea first is the winner. So we've
That's right.
tested
I was
that.
gonna say,
We've
how
tested
much
this
you can drink in
recipe.
3 minutes? That might be dangerous.
Yeah, we've tested
We've
it.
tested this recipe, and we've decided that the best way to do it is just have a good measured amount that is, palatable to everyone and settles just right, because we want it to be a chugging contest only.
Yeah, I call it a wet and wild contest because they usually wind up with it on their
That's
shirts
hilarious.
and
And
that kind of thing.
We're so excited because y'all Sweet Tea is sponsoring it. The chugging contest goes beyond the Sweet Tea Festival. We actually started it back with one of our downtown events, our spring festival. We started a sweet tea because we really were testing out this concept and thought if people would like it. And Zaxby's was our first sponsor, and we were in downtown Enterprise, and now
Zaxby's does have good sweet tea.
They have good sweet tea, and they were our first sponsor when we were downtown Enterprise, and of course they're part of our festival now. But y'all Sweet Tea is now our sponsor for the sweet tea chugging contest, and their owners just have great energy, and so they really get everybody hyped up and fun, and it's great if you think you can chug really fast, and it's really great if you want to watch everybody.
It's fun. It's
be
great
good
fun
people watching.
Great fun to
I was
watch
gonna
and
say,
be
it sounds like great fun all around.
be a cheerleader for your favorite contestant, that kind of thing. And then and they also win in the various age categories. They also win cash prizes.
So it's the homebrew, the
Pro Master.
and then the sweet tea chugging.
And then we have one more. Tell
All
me about
right.
that.
All right. So the new one for this year, and again, it has evolved from other events, but they wanted to come bring it to the Sweet Tea Festival. Cuts Restaurant, that is famous for their chili dogs. In fact, their chili dog is on the top 100 things to eat in the state of Alabama due to Alabama tourism list. And so they are going to have a Cuts chili dog eating contest.
Oh my Lord. I've never seen one of those in person. I've always seen them on TV.
Oh yeah. Well, this one is
messy.
Will be this probably will be the messiest. I think I said on Watermelon Day that was one of our messiest contests, but I do think the chili dog gets a little messy. But I tell you what, they're great chili dogs. People, really enjoy them. And Cuts has had this contest at their restaurant for years, and they wanted to bring it to our festival. So we're excited to have them, and you can stop by Cuts Restaurant and find out how to put your name in. Again, not everyone gets to be chosen. They'll draw out of the hat who's going to choose, who's going to be in the competition. And that should be a lot of fun. We've put everything together that goes with sweet tea.
So so anyone who wants to enter the chili dog eating contest, they need to go to Cuts.
They need to go to Cuts
there.
Absolutely.
But every other contest you can register at the festival that morning.
At the festival that morning. Absolutely.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. The homebrew contest, you can just bring your tea between certain hours that'll be explained on our Alabama Sweet Tea Festival website. And bring your tea that morning. We would love for you to call us and let us know ahead of time if at all possible. But
and on our website, alabamasweetteafestival.com, there are forms that they can fill out. So and also all the rules and regulations, because we can only touch a little few things there. Mm-hmm. People have so many questions. They get excited about bringing their tea. We do have rules about them, what time they can drop them off. The jugs off on Saturday morning. They have to bring them in ice chest and all that kind of stuff. Because obviously we want it to be at its peak freshness and cold. We want everyone to compete on an even level.
We are in Alabama in August.
It might just be a little hot.
It might be a little warm.
It is August, and so on the 16th.
Yeah, and while you're while people are tasting their teas and shopping with our vendors, and we'd like to tell you more about that in a minute too. But they can be listening to some great music. At 11 o'clock, Curtis Williams will take the stage. Curtis was one of our musicians from last year. He's from the Panama City area, well-known Christian country, well-known in the local area.
Yep.
And he's really good. I think
his band puts on a great show, great high energy. So we've got a great out in the festival field. We'll have this great stage where all the contests will happen, and Kay's right with the Curtis Williams band.
Mm-hmm. And then at 1 o'clock, we have a real treat with Cruz Wright. You may have heard from him.
We know Cruz Wright. He's been here several times.
Yeah, absolutely. We were glad to get him early on. He's really making a splash in the Wiregrass and all over the state.
Is he still in the competition?
No.
Is he still in
American Idol? No, he didn't make it.
But he's our
all
American
the way to
Idol.
the finals.
He won in our hearts.
Ours. Yeah,
he's
absolutely.
The Wiregrass is American Idol.
Absolutely.
Okay, I like the way you said that he's making a splash. So we have a lot of sweet tea puns in here. So he's making a splash in the area.
So we are just thrilled to have him, and he'll go on at 1 o'clock, and so you can sit under the dining tent or one of the other dining areas and eat some great food. We've got a variety of food trucks, some really unique things. Don't know if you've ever had all kinds of flavored pork rinds before, but we've got those on the schedule for food opportunity.
Great barbecue. We got wood fire pizza coming out.
Gourmet hot dogs.
Hamburgers.
All kinds of
shaved ice
variations and all kinds of drinks. Of course, we want you, most everybody will have some sweet tea for you, and we want you to certainly try sweet tea if you've never had it. But
when in Rome,
right?
That's right.
When at the sweet
it's
tea
kind of like
festival,
absolutely. I mean, you got to at least try it. And people do ask all the time, is there some unsweet tea? Now we don't have that in the competition or the tasting tent, but many of our food vendors that out there will have options
and
of different beverages,
because sweet tea may not be your cup of tea. So you may want Diet Coke or whatever Diet Pepsi. Or regular Pepsi.
That's right. That's right.
And and so many companies do have variations of sweet tea now. You see more and more of that in the restaurants, or of tea variations, flavored teas, and that kind of thing. So we've welcomed anybody that all of our vendors to, to show off what they have, especially tea related. But you'll be able to find just about anything you want if tea is not your thing.
Yeah.
So.
And one of the really neat things is this is an indoor-outdoor event. Of course, it is August 16th. It's from 10 to 3. Again, the Enterprise Civic Center and Festival Field. So they're right co-located. So you're inside. We have tea parties going on, which you can sign up for different scheduled experiences. There'll be vendors to shop with indoors. Again, that's also where you can buy your wonderful t-shirts here with Enterprise t-shirts. We'll be selling our logoed shirt. And then you're going to enter our festival field, which again has the stage, a big dining tent where you can sit at the picnic tables, enjoy listening to the music, stay a little cool, watch the contest going on. And then because it is hot, we have 4 misting tents, and those are sponsored by Milo's Tea. We call them the Milo's Mist Tea Tents.
Oh, cute.
And they're just going to be you can walk through the mist. You can stand under it.
Those are necessary.
So we have lots of places to cool off at this, what we consider to be, a really sweet event, but it will be a little bit hot out there.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's where your food trucks are, more vendors. We've got big jumbotrons from Patriot Productions that'll have. So if you're in one side of the festival and you're wondering what's going on stage, you can look up at these big jumbotrons and see. So you're not going to miss any of the action at this event.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds like so much fun.
We have we'll have an activity tent.
Activity tent. Okay.
And there'll be games for children, and things to do for children and adults.
Cornhole.
There,
lots of tailgating games.
A golfing display experience. That kind of thing. Tailgate games, as she said, and of course, we've got more than 80 vendors that you can certainly satisfy your shopping craving out there with all kinds of great things. We have some quite a number of vendors who are coming in from various areas, and we'll be selling some things that we haven't had at our festivals before. So
variety of food, variety of shopping, things you
Mm-hmm.
haven't seen before. Again, Kay just has come up with this whole concept of highlighting the tea industry, but then so much more. Everything that not only highlighting the tea industry, but what goes with tea, whether it's how we dress in the South, all the little fun things that go with it, tumblers,
I really am.
tumblers, all kinds of things that go with that, or great look, great boutiques and stuff. But.
And even you can have a learning experience because one of our tea parties, she helps people understand about etiquette. Teaches good etiquette, that maybe we don't talk about too much in society these days, but that's something that if you're interested in that and other activities at the tea party, one of our tea parties will have a little mini cake decorating activity, and one of them will have cookie decorating. So and
then one of them is done by the Girl Scouts, and they're going to do ice cream. And they're all, you think that they're just typical, like some are traditional tea parties and some are just a little stretch on it. But our Girl Scouts are going to be out there pairing ice cream with toppings and tea, and just, because you can almost create a Girl Scout cookie out of ice cream.
Wow.
So, really fun, like you said, really fun
really
experiences
fun,
that pull the whole, not only outside, but pull the whole community together and expose you to some really neat things that we have in Enterprise that people may not know about.
Yeah, and it really is all about the experience. And one of our sponsors, of course, there are about roughly 12 tea companies in somewhere around a dozen tea companies in the state, and some of them are like Milo's and Red Diamond that have the jugged tea and the tea in packages and that kind of thing, and like Milo's has very unique packaging, and then others actually grow it from the ground up. We have one company that'll be there as a vendor, and he'll be wonderful for people to talk to that are interested in how they actually get the tea from the from the ground to your pitcher.
Yeah.
They have beautiful packaging, Piper and Leaf. And he's very knowledgeable. It's a family operation. They all have their missions on their tea farm, and so it's quite interesting to learn how to know how they do that.
Yeah.
We don't. I don't know if everybody's like me, but I never really thought about
where your tea
where my tea came from.
It doesn't all just come from the grocery store, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it does,
no.
but before it gets to the grocery store, so it really.
I'm assuming it comes from a leaf.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Well, I guess you got to come and learn. We're not going to tell you. We're not going to divulge all of those secrets. You got to come to the Sweet Tea Festival.
You got to go and see the fella at Piper and Leaf,
right?
And he'll tell you all about where tea comes from.
And talk to the guys that talk to Milo's and their family operation. Y'all Sweet Tea was started by Darian Craig because he liked his family thought that they made great sweet tea, and he's a young entrepreneur and just got the idea to start this company, and it's grown from going to he used to sell it at farmers markets and festivals, and it's grown now to a business that just their business just was awarded
on Shark Tank. So they just got supported by the Sharks and then went on Shark Tank. So they're just a vivacious duo there with Y'all Sweet Tea, and it's a different way. They sell it where you can actually brew it at home, and but in larger packages and all kinds of flavors. So they've got just a great presence. I mean, they're really, like Kay has said, her entire concept was for people to really learn about the tea industry in the state of Alabama, that we have so many. And then just like you said, the variety, the excitement from your traditional Milo, there's family tradition, Y'all Sweet Tea, that'll just get you hyped up in a new way on trying new versions of tea. And like you said, Piper and Leaf, which will teach you from what you said, the ground up. Red Diamond, who you will see in lots of your restaurants or your hotels when you see the little pods that you put in your things. So, Red Diamond and Royal Cup. Royal Cup is one that you will see in your hotels and stuff like that. So we're really happy to have several of these companies that are going to be on site there
or
to
involved in some way.
Well, okay, so this is happening August 16th,
right?
From 10 to 3. There's going to be a ton of events there, a ton of sponsors, a ton of vendors,
a ton of fun,
and a ton of sweet tea.
Yeah. And you're welcome to bring, if you want to bring your lawn chairs with a little shade top on it, you're welcome to do that.
Okay.
We will have a shaded dining tent, and hopefully some other areas that are shaded, and of course
some of our food trucks even create like little dining experience areas. You'll see like McDonald's there where he'll have rocking chairs and palm trees, and I mean just they really set the scene. So there's just an experience for everyone. It's if you want to learn about this Southern treat, come. If it's one of your favorite things, come. If you're not a sweet tea drinker, we still have plenty of things for you to do. Lemonade. All kinds of things, but it's a lot of fun. It's inside, outside. We have lots of ways for you to cool off, whether you're sampling some of the teas, voting, eating at the food trucks, being under the dining tent. We just really want everybody to come out. It's right off of 167 North. You can't miss it if you're driving down the road. We're right up there. We'll have the big dining tent out there with, the flags on top. And it's just, Kay has come up with a great concept that we really want to see grow. Kind of like these little tea leaves.
Well, as with anything, it takes a team to do things. And our City of Enterprise, Tammy is just phenomenal in getting this thing together, and our whole City of Enterprise team.
Well, it sounds like
is
y'all
making this happen.
Done a great job getting it together. So again. So for someone to be able to find out more information about this, they want to go to alabamasweetteafestival.com.
Absolutely. We have our website there. We obviously on Visit Enterprise, we're posting a lot of social media on there. But hit the website. That'll give you all the pertinent information. Visit Enterprise, Facebook and Instagram. And we also have visitenterprise.com. But we want people to come on out, come be part of these competitions.
Yes.
Again, we want to hear from you if you want to enter your sweet tea in the contest. If you want to be in the chugging contest, you do it the day of the chili dog eating contest. Go stop by Cuts and register so they can draw your name. There's just really something for everybody. It'd be a lot of fun to come embrace what we've got going in the city of Enterprise.
Okay. Well, before I let y'all go, I want to have a toast with this sweet tea right
Ah,
over
we'd
here.
love to.
Okay.
All right.
Here's to the tradition of sweet tea, a symbol of Southern charm and hospitality.
Cheers.
Cheers. Well, thank y'all ladies for coming in today. I'm looking forward to this sweet, sweet festival.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us. And come on out August 16th, 10 to 3, Enterprise Civic Center and Festival Fields.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.